Hello, everyone. Welcome to Merkaba Energy Healing. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me today as we do another pick a card reading. Today we're going to do an open reading about what will happen this month. So it's a timeless reading. Whenever you open this video, it will be what will happen over the next month. So we're at the start of a month as I'm recording this video. So I just want to see what will happen for the collective during this period of time. So we have 3 cards here from the Moonology Messages Oracle with 3 different crystals. The crystals do resonate with the messages on these particular cards, in case that means anything to anyone. The first message has the crystal malachite. The second message has the crystal citrine. And the third message has the crystal carnelian. So take a moment, look at the cards with the crystals and see which card pulls you in the strongest. As I always say, don't think about it too much. Just go with your gut. You can be drawn to more than one card at this time, as there might be messages in several of the picks for you. And I will see you at your reading. Welcome, group number 1. As always, before we start the reading, I'm just going to quickly take a deep breath and ground. And please join in the breath if you would like. You can set the intention that you allow me to connect with your energy and ask any questions before the reading begins. And this will help guide the reading a bit and help me connect in with your energy. Calling in Divine Source, please channel through me. Divine beings of light and love, please guard and protect over this reading, allowing the highest messages only for group number 1 to come through. Thank you so much for your guidance. We appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, group number 1, let's see what is coming in for you this month with the malachite. Healing moon, seek healing. So the crystal malachite is actually a very, very healing stone. Some caution actually has to be taken when using this stone because it can bring on a kind of detox. So if you do use malachite for physical healing in particular, I do suggest that you learn about it a bit before you use it. Okay, so before I started this reading, I did a little bit of channeling for each of the groups just to get some overarching messages, and then we'll pull some cards. So the 3 pieces that came up for message 1. First, my guides said a charged situation that you will have to let go of. A charged situation that you will have to let go of. Number 2, a final resolution to an incompatible relationship. Okay, a final resolution to an incompatible relationship. And number 3, an answer to a health quandary, a new direction in diet, and an advancement of spiritual gifts. An answer to a health quandary, a new direction in diet, and an advancement of spiritual gifts. Interesting. Okay. So it feels like for this group, what's happening is in this next month, it seems like a healing is coming to a close. That's what I just heard. A healing is coming to a close. And it seems like as that occurs, things are going to fall away. Things are going to fall out of your life. And this is going to be for your betterment, and you know it. So it feels like you're in your strength about this. This is not going to be a time of vulnerability. It feels like this is a time of strength for you, although the healing can be strong and rapid. I just heard strong and rapid. And some of the answers that you have been seeking may show up for you. I'm hearing in signs and symbols. So this may not be just directly from a doctor. You may sort of come across an herb several times, or someone might bring up a word that resonates with a healing remedy, something that you've been thinking about trying, and it comes across your path. I'm seeing acupuncture for someone, acupuncture. And that as this occurs, you're going to feel lighter this month. You're going to feel like a weight has been lifted off of you. Some of you actually might lose some weight. It feels more like lymphatic. I'm hearing lymphatic drainage. So it may be water weight and like toxic weight through water loss. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing puffy, like some of you might be experiencing some edema, some puffiness, and that is going to release. I'm hearing also migraine headaches are going to release, because it seems like this group in particular are starting to open up to some more of your spiritual gifts. And, you know, the physical vessel needs to be really clear for us to hold more energy. And when you are engaging spiritual gifts, you must hold more energy. So there's kind of a detox happening here, a kind of a detox this month. If you guys know anything about astrology, you should see if there's anything happening in your 6th house of health, your 6th house of health, or even they're saying the 12th house of transformation, possibly something there. Yeah. Anything else, Spirit? I'm seeing them drinking a lot of water is important for this group. Drinking a lot of water. Yes, I'm hearing repetitive cycles. Repetitive cycles are going to be, I'm hearing coming to a halt this month. I'm hearing be ready. Yeah, it's time. I'm hearing it's time to end some cyclical patterns that are not working for you. I'm hearing mindless eating, that's going to be closing out. I'm hearing that some of these terms are being brought to your attention now, so that within the next month you can increase your awareness around some of these things and then use your own intuition to guide you. Because that's ultimately what we're going to do on this channel, to help you ignite your intuitive abilities that all of us have. So as I'm clearing off some of my cat's fur from the table, I'm hearing decluttering and cleaning house. So I'm hearing as within, so without. So whatever it is that you might be healing within you will be manifest in your environments. So you might need to declutter. You might need to do some spring cleaning. Like I'm seeing dust piled up like behind a television, in the crevices of your home, on top of the refrigerator, areas that you don't normally think to clean. That's what's going to come up this month. You might just do an overhaul of just, donating a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. Cleaning out the closet, I'm hearing. I'm seeing somebody who lives with a roommate now who's going to be moving out and living on their own, and that this is important in your advancement, I'm hearing, whoever that might be. I've been getting a lot of messages about how we need to experience our own energy signatures, and if we're around other people, a lot of the time we might not be able to discern what is ours and what is others. So I'm being alerted to that cultivating more time alone could be helpful in this. Okay? Yeah. All right, let's get into some cards. So I do want to say that there was a bit of confusion in choosing the decks to use today. I don't know if this is for all of the groups, but I feel like I'm being guided to say this, at least for this group. Maybe it'll come up in the other groups as well. That there's something about indecisiveness that is coming up. I'm seeing the 7 of Cups now, which is about like having a lot of choices, being confused about what those choices are and what direction to go in. And I'm sensing this idea of just needing to sort of sit with those choices and almost doing it in a methodical way. Look at the bottom of the deck, me talks. That's amazing. Repairing the body, mind, spirit. Wow, that's exactly right for you guys. I just noticed that. To do this in a methodical way where, let's say you write down 7 different choices you have right now on your path, and just, I'm seeing like doing some muscle testing. If you guys know how to muscle test, you can sort of stand up and ask your body to sway forward and sway back for yes and no, and ask what those mean. So for me, when I sway forward, it's a no. When I sway back, it's a yes. Or something like this. You can use dowsing rods. You could use a pendulum. I think this is coming up because you guys might benefit from using these tools. But in either case, writing down what your choices are and just going through them and saying, does this feel right to me? Does this feel right? And just see what your body says. Okay, now they're telling me why I'm explaining it in this way. A lot of this, the people in this group are clairsentient. So you might move energy through the body. In the shadow aspect of this gift, you might experience a lot of anxiety, but that manifests in the physical body, not just in the mind. So like heart palpitations, sweating, shakiness. And then in its sort of healed form, this gift is about feeling sensations in the body that indicate what is correct for you. So there's something about this detox, this detox, that is going to help the spiritual gift of clairsentience in particular come online, because you guys move energy and transmute it through the body. And if the body isn't clear, or if it's muddied by other people's energies, this gift will not, I'm seeing like a broken compass. It won't give you the right answers. It won't give you the right information, if that makes sense. There's something else let me just ask, what was that other gift you were showing me about the body? So they are showing me that the pendulum piece, where I started with the swaying back and forth, is again, your body is actually a pronounced tool for your gifts, for your psychic abilities. Your bodies, yeah. So your bodies can also, like sometimes when I work with a client, like 10 minutes before the session, sometimes as far as a day before, I will feel what they feel in their body. And I feel like this group might have that gift. So some of you might have anomalous health issues. So when the guide said in answer to a health quandary, I wonder if in this reading, I might be able to answer some of that for you. Again, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just giving you some messages from spirit. Take what resonates, leave the rest, please. And if you do have a health issue, please go see a doctor. Every experience we have is multifaceted. It's never just physical, just spiritual, just emotional. Yeah, it's multifaceted and multidimensional. But the health quandary aspect that they're bringing to my attention right now is this idea, possibly, that you guys experience other people's energies. And so you might think you have like an ulcer, and then you go get, I don't know, what do you get for an ulcer? An endoscopy or a colonoscopy, or you get a scan of your stomach and nothing shows up, and you feel this burning, right? That can be you connecting in with someone else's energy. I mean, this has happened for me with a neighbor that I didn't even know. So what I would recommend to this group is that you spend some time clearing your physical bodies. Something that you can do that's very simple is you can get some high quality sea salt, like a bag of sea salt, and just put it in your, on the side of your shower. And then I'm seeing 3 times a week, just put that salt on your torso, on your chest, your stomach, your upper back, lower back, and just stand outside of the water for a few moments and intend for that salt to clear all energy that doesn't belong with you, that doesn't serve your highest and best interests. And then as you step under the water, let it go down the drain and direct the energy to go down the drain out of the building or out of your home and to transmute into pure love, light, or just to be neutralized and return to the earth. And then I always end that by saying, never to return to me again. So if you want to pause the video or play back what I just described, please do so. This is a very good ritual for this group to do. Great. Thank you, Spirit. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments down below and I will answer them. Let's see, what else for group number 1? What is transpiring this month for them? Please show me very, very clearly. They're telling me to shuffle one more time. I'm using the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Okay. Spirit, for the highest and best of group number 1. What is transpiring for them this month? What is happening for them this month? Let's get a few so we can save some time, guys, okay? What is transpiring for them this month, please? Okay. What else, please? What is transpiring for them this month? Oh, I feel like this bottom one wants to come out. Yeah. They told me to stop there, so let's start with these. Okay. Stars in the sky. Wow, that's beautiful. Limitless possibility. So this very much looks like the activation of the light body. They had mentioned through me before the idea that there will be more of a levity in your body. And so some of you might have the gift of astral traveling. This might happen during your meditative states of being. And they're attuning me to the idea of limitless possibility and how they had said earlier that there's the 7 of Cups energy. So it seems like even though you might be confused by your choices, it seems like it doesn't quite matter. I mean, it matters to a degree, right? But it seems like the possibilities in terms of things coming to fruition and you succeeding at your goals are quite limitless. I'm hearing that this month you will feel more buoyant. So even when you're making decisions or you're making choices, it's not going to feel as heavy because you're letting things go, because there's this healing going on. It feels like you will actually find it easier to choose a path. They're saying this is already taking shape. Right? Today happens to be the first of the month. This will probably publish in a day or two. So it seems like right around this time, it's really going to be, I'm hearing like a door opening, like something that felt, I'm hearing welded shut, like you couldn't even open it, is now like you're just going to turn the knob and it's going to open. And I just got a huge yes on that. So be open to that idea, because sometimes we get stuck in narratives. We keep telling the same stories over and over again, and that actually keeps us in those stories. So that if you have felt stuck recently and you felt, well, I don't know what to do, I don't know what path to take, and you keep saying that, I don't know what path to take, I don't know what to do, or you keep saying the words, I don't know, what is going to manifest is more of not knowing. And so what the guides are helping you understand is that you are creating your reality all of the time. I'm hearing you are the creators. And so it's important for you to be aware of the power you have in creating your reality. So this is a time to start a new narrative that starts something like, there are limitless possibilities in the day ahead, in the month ahead. I am about to rewrite my story. Something like this, right? And write it down and say it every day with a lot of heart and a lot of intention. I open up to the universe to receive the highest guidance for my highest path possible. As I go to sleep tonight, I intend to wake up to the highest timeline possible. Yes? Because energy is moving so fast right now, we can manifest very quickly. So our thoughts and our ideas are coming into reality very quickly. And you might see that like when you're very angry or in a low vibrational state in some way. I'm seeing someone like stubbing their toe. Like something may be showing you that the energy you're putting out is going to come right back to you. Like I'm hearing a boomerang effect. So watch out for that this month. You're very powerful. Okay, let's see the next card. Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. Beautiful. Look how beautiful this card is, you guys. Just give me 1 second here. I'm smelling gardenias. Forgot what that, I've been smelling things recently. I forgot what that clair is. Clair salience, clair aliens, I think it's called. Something like that. Maybe you guys can tell me what that clair is, where you can sense smells. That seems to be coming online for me. I think that might be happening for you guys as well, is like suddenly you'll be coming online with some of your gifts that you didn't know that you had. So they're tuning me in. I don't know if you can see this. It looks like a little snail up here holding this heart. So it seems like perhaps some of you have been waiting on love to come, and you've been waiting a really, really, really long time. And I'm hearing that, well, let me just hear what they have to say about that. So I'm hearing that as you are clearing yourselves, as you are healing yourselves and making a path for yourself, they're almost showing it to me that once you choose that path, then right up ahead is this love. Can you show me about this love, please, Spirit? So I'm seeing two scenarios. One is like someone you don't know, you've never met before, is kind of showing up, and it's going to be kind of random, but it's not fast. It's sort of like this month is ushering this in. Oh, you know what they just alerted me to? That this card is 6, 5 and 1 is 6, and this card is 7. So I would say 2 months. Yes? 6 and 7. So next month, and then 2 months from then. So if you're listening to this in May of 2025, this could be July. I would love for you guys to come back and let me know if you find your divine counterpart in July. That would be pretty amazing. Okay, that's how I'm seeing it. The other path I was seeing was that someone is going to bump into a very old friend, a very dear friend. I'm hearing that you might have had a falling out with them, but this healing is raising your vibration, and it's going to reconnect you with people that genuinely love you, This is a very high form of love in this card. The Garden of Venus, it's like just surrounded by warmth and love. I'm hearing that some of you might have recently moved into a new home, and this is going to be a place where love is going to be cultivated. I'm seeing a dinner party. I'm seeing somebody who just recently moved into a space, and I don't see much furniture, but you're still having a bunch of people over for a meal. And it's just wonderful. Like you have a radio or something on the floor. That just aged me a little bit. I don't know, maybe you have your phone on the floor playing some music, but needless to say, it seems like very sparse in this space, but you're not waiting for it to be perfect, right? And so part of what I'm hearing might be healing for this group is perfectionism, that you're getting out of the idea that everything needs to be perfect, and you're allowing yourself to go more with the flow in life, going more with the flow of life. Beautiful. Let's see the last card here. First breath, beginner's mind. Beautiful. Okay. I know I say beautiful a lot. Some of these cards, I just think the artwork is stunning. Okay, so with all of these different planets, the way I'm seeing is very similar to the Seven of Cups. It does feel like you guys have some kind of important choice to make this month. I don't know what this choice is. Maybe you could let me know in the comments. But it feels like when you make this choice, it's going to feel like your life is starting anew. Like I'm hearing, when you make this choice, you will not recognize your life. I'm hearing in about 6 months, about 6 months from now. So by the new year, once you make this choice, it's like everything is going to be opening up for you. Like this light they're showing me now is like a doorway opening. I think they mentioned a doorway opening before. So they're alerting me to this mask here, and they're saying that part of the importance of making this choice is coming out to the world, is letting the world see you exactly as you are and no longer hiding. So some of you actually might have been using spiritual practices to connect because you couldn't connect with like other human beings. You didn't feel like you not belong. They're correcting me there. That you just couldn't connect in the heart space with anyone. And they're saying that's all about to change, that when you make this choice or you sort of take this next step, whatever this is in your life right now, whatever's being healed, whatever choice, whatever next step you're going to take this month, it's going to usher in this possibility for you to both be connected. Okay, the way they're showing it to me right now is that this is Earth and this is the galactic field, the cosmos, okay? And so what's going to happen is, and now this is you connected to Earth and in the cosmos. It's sort of like the intersection between these two spaces. Yeah. So they're saying that some of you might have been escaping through your spiritual practice because you just didn't feel the experience of connectedness to, I'm hearing even the Earth itself. Like some of you might just not even feel like human, if I may say, like you just may feel like you would be more comfortable out of a body. And maybe that's also why you struggle being in a body. And I'm hearing so that, throughout this month, through this healing and decisiveness and allowing yourself to be confused, but just making a choice anyway and taking that initiative, I'm seeing Aries energy, just taking that first step. This is going to ground you more and help connect you in both with yourself and with the planet. So it's important for you to bridge this connection from your crown chakra to your root chakra. There's some kind of balance. They're showing me almost as if she is balancing these planets. Some kind of balance needs to come into the fold for this group. Yeah. And that this is happening. This is happening this month. This month into next month is how I'm seeing it. So I think I'm going to close out with an astro card. Anything else for group number 1? What's happening for them this month? Okay, wow, the cards are just falling out. Let's take the 2 cards that just fell out. The first one is number 15, another 6 card. Look at that, another 6. So if you're listening to this in May of 2025, something really may transpire in the month of June. But if this is at another time that you're listening to this message, it may be June or it may be the 6th of a month, or 6 may be significant for you in some way. I mean, let me know in the comments. Retrograde review. So I do feel this energy overall about you guys looking at your lives, taking stock of what fits in your life and what doesn't. Right, so they mentioned this charged situation that you will have to let go of. I was wondering where that would come in. A charged situation that you will have to let go of. That's retrograde. So that's where when they showed an old friend coming back, there is also the possibility of an old love coming back that you will have to let go of. Right? Actually, they did say a final resolution to an incompatible relationship. Okay, so that fits. I forgot that. So this retrograde may be a little bit about cutting the ties with somebody that maybe you haven't fully disconnected from, that you fully haven't healed from. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe you'll have a heart-to-heart conversation, and then you're going to walk away, and it's going to be just neutral. You're not going to feel any more anger, resentment, sadness. You're not going to desire them anymore. You're just going to walk away. And if this doesn't happen in the next month or two, and this is your situation, I would encourage this group to just do this in your heart. To just say, I feel at peace with, John or Jane or whoever, and I let them go with love, and I send all of their energy back to them that is theirs, and I call back all of the energy that is mine back to me with love. So I would just set that intention. Yeah. And then we have another card here to close out. 10th house, authority. So they're alerting me to this traveler who's about to sort of hike up this mountain. And it feels very much like you're, where is it? Like here, the first breath. It feels like you're starting on a new path. And you're heavily guided by the elements here. I do feel like you guys really do need to connect in more with the earth, maybe do some grounding, you guys. Yeah, even with the malachite, right? Just the green stone might be helpful to just ground into the earth. But, green is also the heart chakra. So I feel like we're getting repetitive messages all around here, which is always really beautiful. So the 10th house is the house of career. And so these choices that you're making, these limitless possibilities, might have something to do with career. And I'm hearing you will take off. You will take off. So once you make this decision which path to take, you will just take off. I just heard the path you are seeking is seeking you. The path that you are seeking is seeking you. So just know that you're going to naturally, I'm hearing you will naturally be pulled into the path that is correct for you. And you have to learn to trust that. Yeah. And even here with the 48 equaling 12, this again could be, I did mention 12th house, the 6th house and the 12th house. This may be a time of transformation for you more in the 3D, where you're pulling more of that spiritual consciousness down into your body. You're healing, you're detoxing, you're connecting more with the people and places in your life, your career, your friends, loved ones, your own body. And you're really going to start on this new path. This is what's happening this month for you guys. And like they had said at the beginning, this is already happening. This has already started. So I think I'm going to end there. What a beautiful reading, group number 1. So I just want to wish you guys so many blessings and send you guys so much love. I hope this manifests for you. It feels like it will. And if anything resonated, please let me know down below. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. And I will wish you well, and I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next video. Take good care. Welcome, group number 2. So before we start this reading, I'm just going to take a grounding breath. Please join along with me if you feel so called. You may also set the intention, allowing me to connect in with your energies and ask any questions that you're interested in hearing the answers for, and I will connect into that as best as I possibly can. Calling on divine source energy to please run through me, allowing me to channel the highest and best messages for the collective in group number 2. Asking divine and sacred beings of light and love to please guard and protect over this reading. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, welcome, group number 2. You chose the second message with the citrine, which resonates with the solar plexus chakra, which is all about your power. Feeling, I'm hearing resolute, stoic, strong, having clarity in your gut, right? Following your instincts. Okay, So if that resonates, you might want to pick up a piece of citrine. So the first card we have here is follow the moon, watch for signs. Follow the moon, watch for signs. So some of you certainly may experience some increase in synchronicity, which Carl Jung coined as a term to indicate more than a coincidence, a set of 3 happenings that happen in close succession, giving the same message, where a coincidence is just 2. Okay, so if you start seeing the same vision, the same idea, so let's say you want to take a sewing class and you just haven't started, and you see someone sewing on the subway, you see an advertisement on television of someone sewing, or let's say somebody is telling you a story and they use the word sew. That would be a synchronistic experience if it happens in close succession. So Spirit is wanting you to be aware of those signs that are happening for you, because I'm hearing Spirit is trying to communicate with this group. And I'm hearing not everyone is listening. Not everyone is listening. So they're even showing me on this card where these little butterflies are landing on this bigger butterfly, and they're indicating that you are this butterfly. And these are all of your messengers, your guides, sort of tapping you on the shoulder. Hello. And you're just sitting there looking up at the moon, at the sky, saying, where are my guides? So they're saying that they are coming in subtly but powerfully, and you have to take heed. You must listen to them. Okay, so before I started this reading, I did channel a few messages for each of the groups. So I'm just going to see what came up for you guys. So there were 3 different ideas. The first one they said was a change in direction. Listening more closely to your intuition. That's what they just shared. I forgot that they shared that. I did this earlier. Needing to let go of one pathway to open a new one. Let me say that again. A change in direction. Listening more closely to your intuition. Needing to let go of one pathway to open a new one. And then I saw the image of a baby. So I didn't know what that meant. I just put a question mark next to it. I didn't want to ask questions. I just asked them for a few ideas for each group. The second idea is a time of wealth and prosperity. A time of wealth and prosperity this month. And the third idea that came through was a time for needs to be met more fully. A time for needs to be met more fully. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see in the reading what comes up that might resonate with those messages. Let me just take this card one more time and see what else they want you guys to know about what will transpire this month. So I'm hearing new growth and new opportunity. Can you say more, Spirit, please? So this has come up in a few of my readings, and sometimes the messages repeat because that message has not come to fruition for that person yet. So there is an opportunity that's supposed to come in this month that's going to allow you to change direction. So you might be asking if you're happy where you are in your life in really any regard. And it looks like something is going to show up on your path that's going to help you answer that and make a different choice, take you in a different direction. They're showing it to me like when it's a whole new path. They show me the path alone. That's how I know it's a brand new beginning. Here they're showing a fork, not a fork like this. They're, like you're on this path. And this is sort of like, I don't know, at a 45-degree angle. So it's a pivot, I'm hearing. It's a pivot from where you are. But I'm hearing it's going to make a very big difference in your life. New growth. Yeah, this new growth they're saying is financial growth. So this group is definitely you're definitely calling in, I'm hearing like money, which citrine also resonates with. When you're in your power, you actually do experience more financial abundance. I'm seeing, listen, I'm not telling anyone to do this, but I'm seeing a one-off lotto ticket win. It doesn't look big, but it makes you feel excited about what's to come. I'm seeing $500 that someone might experience that. It looks like a golden ticket. I don't know, a golden ticket. And when they say follow the moon, I'm getting the sense that you should get this ticket around the full moon. And that's, watch for signs. So you can go to the machine and see what pulls you in. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on the lotto, but I did get that. What else, Spirit, for group number 2? What will happen this month for group number 2? I just heard allowing yourself to be seen and heard. Allowing yourself to be seen and heard. I'm hearing the word stage. So I don't know if any of you are presenting on a stage, or I'm actually seeing somebody who wants to do stand-up comedy. And you just haven't gotten up the nerve to do it. And they're saying, like, do that this month. Do that this month. What else for group number 2, please? What will happen for them this month? I'm seeing a desk. It's at night and you're like turning on a lamp. Oh, okay. So it seems like sometime this month, you're going to be in the stillness. It looks like nighttime, and an idea is kind of going to manifest, is going to just show up. And they want you to heed that call. So even if it looks like it's 9, 10 o'clock at night, they want you to go to your desk, turn your light on, and start typing. Someone I see drawing, it looks like an architect, actually. I can't imagine there are many architects listening to my channel, but who knows? It looks like a blueprint of some sort. Or like a plan to build a house, something like this. Very unusual. If that's you, please let me know down below. Yeah, I'm hearing like a spark of, what? Spirit, what was it? A spark of genius. Spark of genius, I just heard. So you might, I'm seeing rather, it looks like a falling, like a star or an asteroid or something across the screen of your mind. Like you're just going to have like a sudden idea about something that is going to be a lucrative start to something. I don't know exactly what this is. Of course, I'm reading for the collective, so there are so many storylines that I'm tapping into. Yeah, stroke of genius. Like that's what it looks like. And you're going to know it. Like you're going to feel your body alight when you get this idea. Yeah. You're going to be so excited. You're going to be like writing and drawing for like hours. And this is going to be very lucrative. It's some kind of novel idea. I don't know why I'm seeing like a glass with ice in it. It looks like a clear alcohol beverage, but it could just be water. I don't know if someone has like if they're drinking a glass with ice next to it. It looks like a short glass that you would put, I don't know, some spirit. I don't know why they're showing that to me. Okay, let's get to the cards, to the other cards. So we're going to use the Shaman's Dream Oracle today to get some more information. So for group number 2, Spirit, please. Oops. What will happen this month for group number 2? Sometimes I say the wrong group in my messages because I'm a little bit out of my head when I do these readings. So forgive me if I falter on my words or I say the wrong group. I'm not fully in my body, I realize, when I'm doing these readings because I'm pretty connected in. That wanted to come out. What other messages for group number 2, please? What's going to happen this month for them? We'll take that one. We get one more for group number 2. This one. Okay. Let's see what we've got, guys. Closing door, completion. Okay, so that's very odd, you guys, because in my notes it says, let go of one pathway to open up a new one. Look at that. Closing door, completion. So definitely there is something closing out this month. There is something that just isn't working for you anymore. Spirit, can you tell us a bit more about what is closing out? Yeah, it seems like something that you started that just didn't really take shape, and you've been sitting on it, and it's just not taking shape. It's time to let this go, right? Some messages, if you're listening to other readers, I see anyway that there's a message that often comes up about staying the course and don't give up just yet. This feels very much like an auspicious message wherein something isn't working anymore, and that is getting your energy stuck because something else is trying to birth itself. Something else is trying to come into fruition. Again, it's like intuition is knocking on this door, and your guides are like, open the door, open the door. Can you tell me why this group is having difficulty connecting in with their intuition? So I'm hearing that some of you might needlessly be asking people opinions about your life, and that's leading you astray. I'm seeing like someone who's asking someone else, how do I look like in this outfit? And that you may be accustomed to doing that. And Spirit is sort of asking you to ask the questions to yourself first, that there's no problem in asking others for some guidance or for their opinion, but it's time to actually listen to yourself first. Like they're showing me a big crowd of people, and they're asking you to like make your way. Like I'm hearing you say, sorry, as you're pushing your way through. And they're like, stop saying that you're sorry. This is your life. All these people in this image are in your life. This is your space. So they want you to get to the head of this group and be the leader in your own life. Make your own decisions. This is very important. I don't know why I just heard the word wizardry. Oh my goodness, that came out of nowhere. Some of you might have magical abilities. You might resonate with Merlin. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy when there's a tapestry in the messages where everything comes together, but sometimes the messages are a little bit haphazard because some of the messages will resonate and some won't for one group. Needless to say, this feels very much like a door opening to your abilities, your magical abilities. So I don't know if any of you resonate with Merlin, but I don't know why he's showing up right now. Let's go on and see if anything else comes up. Yeah, they're even showing me like even this door reminds me of, I don't know, like a place where someone who does magic would live. It's got that vintage, I don't know how to call it. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, let's go on. Let's see what else. Skywriting, the fates. Wow. So they just alerted me. It's very interesting. That this is a 13 card, which is often a superstitious number. But those who I'm hearing are alchemists, wizards, right? They actually think the number to be indicative of very good outcomes. So a lot of what we've been taught is sort of backwards. Yeah, where you have to be generous to a fault, where you have to look after everyone else and not yourself. Well, the opposite is really the truth, really the truth, rather. It's like this. So it's almost as if you're being asked to consider that which other people are telling you to be possibly the opposite of what the truth would be for you, if that makes sense. Some of you might be coming into some kind of light language. You might be writing light language that looks like signs and symbols. This also resonates with the infinity sign. So did we talk about financial abundance in this group? I think we did. So that there is some kind of financial abundance coming in for this group. There's no doubt about that, possibly this month. This might be just for one of you, but you might be like lying on the grass watching the clouds, and the clouds may form in such a way where it looks like something to you, like an angel or a dog, something like this, and it's going to resonate very strongly for you. It may even form a letter. I'm hearing that a gift is coming down from the cosmos, that there's something coming down for you guys, like it's on its way. You just have to trust. You have to trust that that's happening. Right, a time for wealth and prosperity. Okay, let's get a bit more here. I just want to understand the fullness of this message. The wall, obstacles, very interesting. Again, it seems like there is something for this group wherein there's a stuckness somewhere that is hard to see. Like this doesn't even look like a wall, right? It's like a keyhole. I don't even know what this is. And again, this odd writing down here. It feels very much to me that there is some kind of perceived impasse, but it doesn't feel real. It feels a bit illusory. And you really have to be mindful of what steps you're taking right now, because it feels like for some in this group, you're taking steps that you think are good, but you don't feel are best for you. You think are good, but you don't feel that they're best for you. So there's something about really trusting yourself and connecting in with your intuition that is particularly important for this group. Let me just ask Spirit a little bit more about what is going to transpire this month. Let me get a little more clarity. Yeah, I just keep hearing, listen to yourself. Listen to your own guidance. What else? For group number 2, please, show me clearly. So I'm seeing somebody getting into a car, and it looks like, okay, they're showing me 2 different messages. One of you, you're taking a road trip, some kind of road trip, and this is going to clear your mind. This is going to clear the clutter, and this is going to help you figure out what next step to take. I'm also seeing that this is a move in self-care, which again is very important for this group. Where are you not meeting your needs? This is important for this group to be aware of. Ask yourself, where am I not attending to my own needs, and how can I be better at that? Because the more attention you pay to your self-care, the easier it is to connect in with your intuition and clarity about decisions you have to make in your life. Now, this other story with the car, excuse me, this feels like moving house. Actually, they're showing me moving out of a state, moving out of a country. Like this is a big move for someone, but you're actually traveling lightly. It seems like some of you might have like sold your stuff and you're moving to a whole new place. And this is what this new doorway is going to be for you guys. So they're showing me actually a few different stories. This is why this looks like a keyhole. This is a new home. This is a new home. And that when you move to this new place, these obstacles are going to disappear. And it feels like this is happening for someone in the next month or 2. So you're closing one door literally, like to an apartment, a home, wherever you left, and you're opening up a new door. You're opening up a new door. And this is fated. This is destined for you guys. And this is going to bring in a lot more prosperity. I'm hearing that you're going to feel the energetic difference in this home, in this space versus this other space. Yeah, it feels like a drastic change, actually. So certainly moving states or moving to a different country is a drastic change, but it feels like from cold weather to hot, right? From English speaking to Spanish speaking, to living in the country to living in the mountains, to living in an apartment to being in a house. It's that kind of major change. And that's also denoted by the 11, by the 56 here, right? The master number. Right? So if you guys are moving into some kind of mastership in your life, which perhaps you are, given that there is a butterfly here. I just heard Pluto, right? So there might be some kind of major transformation for you guys this month. This path that you're taking now is going to cultivate more of your mastership. I'm hearing also getting over fears. So some of you might be moving past some kind of phobias or fears. So it seems like some of you are on your way, that you have let other people's opinions, thoughts, ideas, you've let that go and you have started this new path. But those of you who haven't, those of you who are stuck, I'm hearing in the abyss of opinions, where your mother, your father, your friends, your boss, all of them are like chattering in your ear. This is a time to sort of quiet the chatter and really to connect in with your own intuition, really connect in. This is reading very crown chakra, connecting in with the cosmos. There is something fated. There's a fated change this month for you guys. And you just need to pay attention to the signs. You just need to connect in with your intuition. I don't mean to overly simplify these things because I know people struggle and you listen to these messages, they make you feel better for a moment and then you're back to your life. That's not what I want to do on my channel. I really want to give some solid guidance about how you can develop your own power, your own autonomy, your own strength of being. And a lot of that involves being in the stillness, creating enough stillness, number two, in order so that you can hear the voice of your own spirit in your own mind, so that you can connect into your own power and your own intuition, right? We started the session talking about citrine, connecting with the solar plexus chakra. I do feel like this group is really being called to come into their power. That seems like the highlight of this message. And you're doing that in a few different ways. But this is fated, so it does seem like there isn't much left for you to do, but be open to this occurring. Great. So let's get one or two. Let's see what comes out. We'll get one, but if a couple comes out, we'll take it from the Astro deck about what will happen this month. Interesting reading here. Opening one door, closing one door, opening another. A lot of prosperity coming in, change of direction, listening to intuition, right? Listening to your needs more fully. These are the overarching messages. Being in your power, right? Listen for the signs. Watch out for the signs. Trust in the fate in the destiny of your path. Final messages for group number 2, please. What is transpiring this month for them? Clear message, please. This one wants to come out. So you got 8. So earlier I had told you that the infinity sign was showing up here. They were alerting me to this particular symbol, which resonates with the infinity sign. And here we have 8, which resonates with wealth, hard work, and infinity as well. So this is another card of prosperity. Now, with the word itself, investigate. We'll talk about Scorpio in a second, but investigate. This is very much about the path, the new path. So you may have to take a moment to really think on this open door that's that's sort of showing itself to you, because I'm hearing false light. That's interesting. That came out of nowhere. False light. That there might be something calling to you that seems auspicious, seems like it's in a high light, but it's not. So all you need to do is ask your intuition, is this the best path for me? And you will feel it in your gut. You will feel like a hit in your gut, or you will feel an expanding energy moving up. That's how you can trust your gut. If it feels like your stomach is sinking in after you ask the question, that's generally a no. But if you feel a rising from your stomach where it moves up to the heart or up to your throat or even up out your head, that's a yes. I'm sure some of you have your own intuitive knowings about how these things work. I'm just guiding you in one or two ways here. Now, Scorpio is very much about your intuition, being a water sign, but it's also about being in your strength. Scorpio is both intuitive, but also very powerful, very powerful. So you can see that the Scorpio is yellow, interestingly enough. So this is a call to combine your intuitive powers with your gut, with your instinctive powers, with your inner knowing, your higher knowing and your inner knowing. And I'm just hearing, you're going to know what the right answer is for you with whatever it is that wherever you're traveling here, whatever challenges or impasses you face, you actually know the answer already. And it's really just about you trusting yourself. Okay. So that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for staying for this message. Very interesting message indeed. Yeah. So I wish you guys so many blessings. I send you guys so many blessings and so much love. If anything resonated, please let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear from you guys. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it so very much. Otherwise, I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next message. Take care. Welcome, group number 3. So before we start this beautiful reading about what is going to transpire this month, I'm just going to take a deep grounding breath. Please feel free to join along with me if you feel called. You may also set the intention, allowing me to connect in with your energy and asking any questions that you would like for me to answer, and I will try my best to connect in and get those answers that you seek for you. Okay? Calling on Divine Source itself to please run through me, allowing me to channel the highest and best messages for group number 3. Asking divine and sacred beings of light to please guard and protect over this reading. Do not allow any lower vibrational energies to enter into our space. Please protect my space and the spaces of all those involved. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, welcome, group number 3. You chose the third message with the carnelian, and we are asking the question today, what will happen this month? So first, the stone of carnelian resonates with the sacral chakra or the sacral chakra. So this month might be a time of emotional purging for you guys. It might be a time where some of your sexual energies may come back online after a period of being quite quiet, I'm hearing, and to sort of be ready for that in whatever way that speaks to you. And I'm also seeing that this might be a time where you start to feel calmer and more stable, where your moods might feel a bit more even than they have felt recently. And you gain some clarity about some question that you have been pondering on for a while, is how I'm hearing it. So before we get into the reading any further, I did channel a couple of messages before starting the reading. And the messages that came out for group number 3 were the following. Number 1, I heard daredevil or doing something daredevilish, and I saw someone jumping out of an airplane. So I don't know if any of you are interested in skydiving, but the emotional piece that they had just talked about with the carnelian can also be about creative pursuits and seeking adventure and thrills in a lot of different ways. And one of them can be skydiving. Then the second message was time to start trusting yourself and your path. Time to start trusting yourself and your path. Yeah, so it seems like you guys have started on a new path, and you might be unsure of it a little bit. You might feel a little shaky, and you're just being implored to really trust the course that you are on right now. We'll get further messages, but let's see what else they shared. Allow spirit to move through you. Interesting. Allow spirit to move through you. So some of you might be channelers. I'm seeing some of you calling in spirit during meditation, and you're not getting the answers that you seek because you're not opening up your physical vessel for spirit to move through you. I just want to be clear that you don't want to invite, or I might recommend, and use your own discernment. I'm not your guide, I'm not your guru or anything, but from my own personal experience, it is important to request only divine and sacred beings of light and love, or in whichever formulation you would like to put that in your own language, and to not allow any lower vibrational spirits, any disembodied spirits, any earthbound spirits, any spirit that does not serve your greatest good to move through you. Okay? If you have any questions about that, you can ask in the comments below. I'll do my best to give you some feedback. Okay, allow spirit to move through you. Some of you might become physical mediums, so you might be learning mediumship this month. I'm seeing the Hierophant card, I'm seeing the 9th house. So some of you might be taking spiritual classes to advance your gifts. If so, please let me know. I'm interested to hear what people are learning. And then the fourth message was change of perspective and the Hanged Man. Change of perspective and the Hanged Man. So if you guys know the tarot deck, the Hanged Man is a man hanging upside down, and he is called to perceive his life from a different angle, a different viewpoint, and this is so that he can reach enlightenment. And so there is some kind of change of perspective about something that is going to possibly come up in this reading that you're being called to become aware of this month. Great, so let's get into the first card. Interesting. You have face your fears. So fears can get stuck in the sacral chakra, in the second chakra. So I don't know if any of you guys have been having, I'm hearing uterine issues, for the females out there, or very lower back issues, possibly kidneys. Maybe even some, what is this? I'm hearing hemorrhoids. Needless to say, fears can reside in the sacral. And so the body may manifest it in some of those physical ways, but this month is a call for you all to face those fears. So this would be a good time to journal. What am I afraid of? And how am I sensing that these fears are holding me back? And then and I would sort of put this on a piece of paper on one side, and on the other side, ask yourself, what are the possible ways that I can face my fears? And I would just write them out, freestyle. I'm seeing Julia Cameron for this group. If you guys know that author, Julia Cameron, The Artist's Way, you might want to pick up that book. It was originally written for people experiencing writer's block and different exercises that you can do to clear writer's block, but it has since been generalized to the public for anyone who just feels blocked in their life and is facing fears inherently. You know, she uses the word God a lot and religious overtones, which I did not enjoy when I read that book 20 odd years ago. But the exercises can be very helpful if you feel like you're stuck in the abyss of fear right now. So you might want to look into that. Needless to say, there is this idea in the book called morning pages, morning, morning pages. And this is where you just free write. You just free write. So you wake up in the morning and anything that comes to mind, you just write on a piece of paper and you don't think about it. And you write and you write and write until your brain is empty. And it could be 2-3 pages. And you're not meant to write, you're not meant to read it over. You can throw out the pages. This is to clear the clutter so that the authentic spirit, what you really need to know, what you really need to see, can come up. Because fears often block our authenticity. They often block what we need to see, hear, and know right now. So this month might be a time of purging some of these fears for this group. Interesting. So let's get into some more cards here. I'm using the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. A lot of this is imagery where I could intuit what the messages are rather than just seeing a message and trying to fit the story. So it's an interesting deck to work with. Okay, Spirit, please, for the highest and best of group number 3 here with the Carnelian. What else do they need to know that's coming in this month? What is going to happen this month for them? Please show me clearly. So they're wanting me to shuffle the deck quite a few times, which again indicates to me that a lot of clearing is gonna happen for you guys this month. Okay, let's see. What does this group need to know about what is happening this month? What else, Spirit? Thank you. What else? What is happening for group number 3 for the collective tuning in? What is happening for them this month? Show me clearly, please. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Interesting. So the word overwhelm, again, resonates with the sacral, with emotional instability. So like I had said earlier, it does feel as if this month will be a time to anchor in emotional stability. I'm seeing 2 friends getting together, and it feels very nourishing and very comforting. So you might be calling on your friends this month. And you might be, I'm hearing the word confidant. You might be connecting in with a friend who's going to help you feel safe and calm and comforted with whatever is happening in your life right now. And they're showing me this overflow as tears. So some of you might be crying a lot, and I'm not here to say that you're going to have something to cry about per se. It feels more of like a purging opening up to plenty, a purging opening up to plenty. So it feels like this month, it marks I'm hearing the beginning of the end of some kind of growth challenge, fear, difficulty, some kind of stuck place that needs to be clear. They're just asking me to look at my notes again. So when they say here, change of perspective, it does feel like something needs to be cleared so that you can see more clearly. Something needs to be cleared so that you can see more clearly, so that the light can come in. I'm hearing that someone might have recently gone through a divorce. I'm seeing this as tears over someone's house. So something within the home might have I'm hearing shaking the foundation. So some of you might actually have felt destabilized because something occurred within your home that has really shaken you to your core. And now you have to face a new path in your life that you couldn't have anticipated. And this is scary. But I'm hearing new doors are going to be opening. New doors are going to be opening. Another group had this, I think it was group 1, that you're going to have more choices once this clears, whatever this obstacle is, whatever these fears are. And that the more you trust yourself, the more spirit is going to be able to connect in with you. The more you can clear this clutter, whatever this is inside of you, the easier you're going to be able to connect with your guides. Let's look at the rest of the story here. Look, guys, look at this. Feast of plenty. Choices and their consequences. We just talked about that choices are going to open up. When this overwhelm clears, when this emotional tumult clears, when these fears clear out, whatever this might be for you. So they showed me one story of a divorce here, but it seems like some rocking of the foundation, sort of where you live, or something at the foundation of your life has been rocked. But what's opening up is this plenty. That's how they showed this card to me. And now we see feast of plenty, which is how my readings often go. There's like a trajectory in the cards. There's a sequence of events, choices and their consequences. So it feels very much that if you allow yourself to sink into the abyss of this emotional tumult, the consequence of that choice will not be a good one, let's just say. But that's not happening for this group, so we don't have to entertain that choice. The only choice that is really available for you guys right now is the idea of making the choice in the most exalted form, which is moving past this fear, this consternation, this shaking of the foundation, and just saying, tomorrow's a new day and I'm going to start my new life. They're saying that this reads to me a little bit like the Two of Swords in the Tarot deck, which is kind of a self-imposed restriction. It's not a real restriction. You have a choice to make, but you've got a blinder on. You've got something over your eyes that's blocking you. And that can be this stuck energy in your sacral, this emotional tumult, which signifies the blindfold. And you just need to take the blindfold off and suddenly a crystal will appear. The plenty will appear. I want to get a little bit more on this before I reveal the next card. Let me just ask Spirit a little bit more about what you're overcoming and what is this plenty that's coming in. So they're telling me to ask one question at a time. What is the overwhelm? Yeah, there's some kind of breaking apart within the family. I don't know what this is. I'm hearing the word strife in family, strife, that you're overcoming this month. And they're saying overcoming does not always mean that everyone's going to get along and a pure resolution is coming into play. Another group had resolution, but you don't have that. You have trust yourself in your path. So sometimes, even those who are blood related, we cannot come to a full resolution with these people because they are not on the same path that we are on. And you're being asked to make some kind of peace with the strife. Please make peace with some of the strife in your life. And please show me what the plenty is. So the moment I asked about the plenty, I see new people coming into your life, people you have not met before, which is going to feel very revitalizing for you. So how they're showing this to me is very much like perhaps the people who were attracted to this message did not feel seen and heard by the people in their life. This could have been a spouse. This could be other family members. This could even be a grandparent. And as you're sort of letting go of these entanglements, I'm hearing quantum entanglements. So maybe this goes back many generations for some of you, these quantum entanglements that need to be healed now, that need to be cleared and resolved in your heart, right? In your heart. This feels very much like you've been holding the burden of generational trauma, I'm hearing, and that as you step out into your life anew, new people are going to come into your life and they are going to reflect you accurately. You're almost going to say, I didn't know that there were people out in the world who could understand me like this, who would accept me in my authentic state, in my natural state, who would love my personality, like my quirky laugh I'm hearing for someone, that you have a funny laugh, and maybe some people have made fun of that. But now you're going to have new people in your life who are going to be like, wow, I love your laugh. You have such a unique and beautiful laugh. And interestingly, I have a mirror on my desk, and I just felt the need to move it outwards. And now I'm seeing a part of me being reflected. And I have no idea why I just did that. That always sits on my desk over there. It's a little tiny mirror. I'm really feeling the sense of being accurately reflected by new people coming into your life. This is actually for one or two of you. You might actually reconnect with somebody old who you are not involved with in a love relationship, and you are not really close friends with previously, but you might actually fall in love with them or become very good friends with them now, because both of you have healed things, and you're going to see each other differently. You're going to look at each other differently. You're going to look more attractive to one another, and that's also what the 2 is here. Okay, let's reveal this last card here. Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. Wow. I've never seen this card before. This is stunning. Okay, so they're just telling me to look at my notes once more. Okay, so this is the idea of allowing spirit to move through you. Allowing spirit to move through you. So spiritual narcolepsy. So some of you might have experienced some connection with spirit during your dream state, but not during your waking state. So you're in this in-between place, like narcolepsy, where you're kind of half asleep, half awake. And during this next month, this group might start awakening to their spiritual selves and to spirit that wants to connect in with them. Yes. So as you clear your fears, and as you clear this debris of this emotional tumult, whatever this is, you're actually going to connect in more with your spiritual team. So the way that they're showing this card to me is that is like meeting you halfway. So they're going to come down as you rise up, because your vibration rises as you face your fears. Okay? And so some of the plenty that they're showing me is now your connection with your spirit team. That is the prosperity, that is the wealth that's coming in for this group, is connecting in with your guides. So there is an overarching message in this group about connection. I feel like that's the optimal word for this group today, is disconnections, reconnection with the selves, reconnection with other people, and with spirit. So letting some things go, centering into your power, stabilizing in your emotional field, and then ushering in a feast of plenty, being the center card. And that feels like it's going to be in relationships. It's going to be in new partnerships, I'm hearing. So I'm seeing the 2 also as like the 2 of Cups, which could be about partnerships, both in work, like contracts, and also in love, and possibly in friendship, although the 2 of Cups doesn't always signify friendship. But I'm seeing in a lot of different ways. And then connecting in with spirit. And this feels very much for those of you who meditate or who would like to meditate, that you're going to feel spirit through your bodies. It's going to feel quite tangible. Very interesting reading here. Very interesting reading. Okay, let's get a final card from the Astro deck, 1 or 2 cards for, oh, that just fell out. Group number 3, please. Group number 3. Any other messages besides the one that just fell out? I said 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Wow, that just flew out. Beautiful. And your message number 3, so that makes sense. Okay, let's start with this card, actually. Sagittarius, expand. Interesting. So I heard the word constriction before. With whatever is going on here, the strife has been creating constriction. I'm not a medical doctor, but you might want to look into taking some magnesium. That is not a recommendation. I'm just channeling from spirit. Magnesium helps relax the muscles in the body, helping the muscles to expand. And it feels like some of you have experienced a lot of stress, and that can constrict the muscles. So some magnesium citrate or glycinate might actually be helpful for you guys. Please check with a medical doctor first, though. I don't know why I heard that very, very clearly. They told me to actually put this card down now and go to the next one. Wow, look how beautiful this is. 13, dignified, strength. So they're actually showing this to me as raising your vibration. You see these stairways upward? This feels like connection with your higher self, trusting yourself, and connection with spirit. This feels very much like you're taking a new pathway that is going to feel much more vibrant, much more empowered, much more expansive, similar to the expansion card here. Perhaps some of you are about to meet a Sagittarius. Okay. Something might be coming to fruition in the month of November. This arrow here is very similar to these swords here. There is some kind of target. There's some kind of target that you guys have your eye on that I think you're moving towards in this month. That was a bit of a message that was coming in earlier, but I couldn't get the full picture of it. And I'm hearing that that I shouldn't take that path. So if that resonates for someone, you can take that. But this feels very much about expanding into your emotional field, where you feel strong and you feel clear, where you're letting go of people, places, and things that are wrong for you, that whatever seemed to shake your foundation, whatever you're afraid of, whatever is in that sacral space is clearing this month. And this feast of plenty is coming in with friendships, with some kind of partnership perhaps. I definitely saw some kind of prosperity earlier in the form of money. But in this particular message, it's also about trusting yourself, the seat of trust in the sacral chakra, and connecting in with spirit, connecting in with your authentic spirit and that of spirit itself. And some of you might start channeling. You might start, like I said earlier, you might start taking some spiritual classes. And I don't actually know if I said that. I heard that earlier. But some of you might be taking spiritual classes to advance your gifts. And some of you might want to learn mediumship. That came in very strongly a little bit earlier as well. And I am seeing that some of you might benefit by starting to grow an herb garden. I don't know why they're just alerting me to that at the end of this message here, but some of you might feel very calm and stabilized and at peace if you were to start an herb garden. That might just be for 1 or 2 of you. Anyway, that is the completion of message number 3. Thank you guys so much for sharing this time and space with me. I love reading for you guys. If anything resonated at all, please drop a comment down below. I really would like to connect with my viewers. That's really what I'm here to do. And subscribe if you haven't already. If this message resonated, I would really appreciate that so very, very much. It's a true gift to me if you would do that. Or just like the video, whatever you feel called to do. In any case, I send you guys so many blessings and so much love. And I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next reading. Take good care.